Kennedy, and I am a mental health counselor here in Iowa City. I just help people with coping skills so that they can live happier and more at peace and just find joy in life. I always have felt pretty spiritually hungry. I always needed meaning in my life. And, in undergrad, when I was probably in my early 20s, I went to a psychic, and I was just like so blown away by how cool I thought it was, that someone could know the future and be able to really tell me something good was going to happen. But then fast forward to grad school, and I got into some new age type things like astrology, and I remember it started out like really small. Like I would just pay attention to what someone's sign was. I started to get really into it, and then I started Googling what certain things meant, and eventually I came across this man who lives in America, but his family is from India. He knew about astrology on a deeper level, and it's basically based on your time of birth and the day you were born, and it comes up with this huge birth chart, and it supposedly can predict your future. So I started watching his YouTube videos, and I got so into it because he would say about my life that I would have an amazing marriage, that I would live in this huge house, that I would be really successful. But then, eventually when I got too into it, it just became really negative, and it kind of flipped on me. He predicted that I would meet someone and would think that they were great to kind of marry, and that they would end up being a huge jerk. And it would just kind of catch me blindsided. And so I just found that really devastating. And it probably sounds really small and insignificant to a lot of people, but to me, it was a huge deal, and it was really, really scary. It was late one night, and I was really upset and really lost. And I remember I saw on Facebook someone had shared a Joel Osteen status that said, if you just rise out of those ashes, God will not only pay you back, but he'll pay you back double for the unfair situations, and he'll leave you off better than you were before. When I read that, something just came alive on the inside, and I just knew in my heart that Jesus was the answer, because honestly there was no human that could comfort me. I felt this instant peace, and it was really interesting because when I found Jesus and when I accepted him into my heart, it was like the Wizard of Oz going from black and white to seeing in color. It was like I finally understood how I needed to treat people. I finally understood how to be a better counselor and how to just be a better daughter, a better friend, a better sibling. With astrology, it was never paired with Jesus. Jesus is love, and Jesus is for encouragement and bringing out the very best in you. Prophecy through God is through the Spirit of God, and so it gives you this feeling of love, and it gives you this feeling of as long as I have God, this will come to pass. My relationship with God on a day-to-day basis is really me just saying, God, what do you have for me today? I don't want my plans, I want your plans. I really, really love my mom, and I always say, God loves me even more than I love my mom. So how much more is God going to make sure that I have the right things in my life, that nothing hurts me, that I have all the things that I need. I always remind myself of that. God's love is unconditional and infinite. Wait, let me start over, because I just totally double chin myself.
It's okay.
Okay, so basically I just spit.